So I mean, I understand all y'all point,
It
honestly.
depends. It depends on where you go overseas. If you go over to the UK, it's very much the same as it is over here in the Western culture.
Westernized, right? I
Like
get
what people don't understand is that marriage is largely set up, um, and it has nothing to do with femininity, masculinity. Um, it has nothing to do with money or anything like that. It's the fastest way for people to be able to build wealth and raise themselves out of poverty and then collectively grow as a community is by aligning with one another. And the biggest way in which you can grow is the person that you lay next to every day, right? It gives the stability to the future generations, which then you then pass on other values and wealth by making sure that you together raise up a community of people that are stronger than the generation before. And so when we talking about marriage and things like that, the masculinity and all of that other type of stuff, that's how you adapt to whatever environment that you in based off of the culture that you substantiate yourself with. But marriage has always, all the way across the world in every single culture, been a way for people to align and then build up legacy by making sure that they build up a strong community and they raise their children to be more successful than they were. And so if we only substantiated it by saying that you got to be masculine and you got to be feminine, that's bullshit. It's absolute
so
bullshit.
I agree to
As,
that.
as a matter of fact, I would say that marriage is more for poor people and young people than it is for older people that are already set in their ways and successful.
Listen,
So
I
that
got
means
nothing
that
against
a
what.
woman, hold on, that means that a woman, she doesn't have to have a masculine man to show respect to this man or to be submissive to this man. He just has to be a man and you
Mm-hmm.
respect him as his character. And then you do, as such, respectfully,
Why
right?
the I don't want to cuss, but why the hell do we separate man and masculine?
Because you just said it yourself, bro.
No,
You
I
said
did
that
not.
about 2 minutes ago.
He said, no, I did not. I didn't never
Yes, you did.
We
separated
gotta
man
start
and
winding
masculine.
it down, y'all.
I
We gotta
said
start winding it down.
that's part of the problem. But when these men taking on feminine traits and they want a woman to bend for them or they want to be a leader, how the hell can they be a leader if they not masculine at all? See, we want to do away with these gender roles. We want to do away.
Every
Period.
single woman that I know
Because you got
from
to understand, a masculine man is able to protect his family, master his emotions, and lead his household.
uh,
So I don't give a damn about all that stuff about other countries and the stuff y'all spewing. I'm standing on that. You need to
but it
be a
doesn't
masculine.
matter if you
You need to
stand
be a
on it
masculine
because if
man.
the
You need to
evidence
promote
shows
selflessness, and you need to qualify and require submission.
that other countries are staying married longer and that they're more successful when it comes to building up families and then bringing that same culture over here and taking over the fucking United States, it doesn't matter what you stand on. The stats are saying differently.
Listen, I don't care about what other countries do.
I know you don't.
I know what you're supposed to do as a man. I can care less what other countries do. I know what a
Mm,
man's supposed to do, and I know what a woman's supposed to do. I
Well,
know what
yeah.
makes it
well,
work. I have
But the
proven
people in the other
results.
countries
well,
are also men, Bruiser.
What?
yeah, and you also disqualifying the fact that because I'm gonna flip it, Bruiser. If these men are so non-feminine, displaying feminine traits, whatever, what have you, then the onus is on the woman for even getting with these men and giving them their bodies. Why the hell are we talking about sheep? You've seen my short later. Lions do not concern themselves with the actions of sheep. Why are women who are supposed to be lionesses fucking sheep? Why am I concerned with that at all? I'm not. If
So let's
you
just ask.
are
Let's just
bending
ask the
over
ladies.
and
Let's just
sexually
ask the
submitting
ladies.
to a man who is not worthy, that's your goddamn
We
problem.
have
Ain't
we
got
have
nothing to do
women
with
on
me.
the panel, and we're not using this as an advantage. Ladies, if a man says if how do you vet a man to make sure that he's able to lead a household and be a husband and a father to and protect the household?
They
How do
don't.
you vet what are traits you look for in a man that
So
give
They
you
shouldn't.
the
if you're
discernment that hey look, this guy is the deal for the job.
if you talk about masculine, we got two parts to that because there's men that are masculine, but they're not like a super protector, like they know how to fight and knock a dude down. And then you got a dude that is very, masculine and he know how to fight real good, whatever the case is. So you got two different types of men, but the men that is not a fighter can still protect as long as he's not acting like me, then we good. But you don't gotta be extra. as long as you can hold it down, because you the man, you go do
Okay,
that.
so that's a protective part. He might not have the strength or physical fitness or taekwondo skill level 5 or some shit, but he's willing and he's able to protect you and the children.
Right. So
He knows how to maintain his aggression, right?
okay.
He's assertive.
Okay.
He's focusing heavily on building his confidence through mastering his skill and talents or whatever profession he has.
No, just a man, just being a man.
All right, we got
That's what I call being a man. If you're not doing that, you're not a man. So I don't separate the two.
We're gonna be all night with this. Hey, Precious and Wife School, go ahead and get
go all day with it.
And take us out.
You know, we talked about other countries and you know how the women there are they're pretty much trained up to be wives. They're trained to be submissive to their men. And they have no problem doing it. However, here women have, you have women that will rather have sugar daddies than husbands. You know, they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to do any self-reflection. They don't want to work with a man. They don't want to hear a man out when he has concerns. So that's a huge problem in itself, because it takes a man and a woman to do that. You know what I mean? So if the women aren't coming to the table to do it, then the men are left with not having a woman.
All right, take us home. Wife School, briefly.
Here I go. Well, I think when I look at a man, I try to see how he shows up for himself, how he produces, what results he's doing in his life. That lets me know that I can have a safe space to go to, that he can provide for me, that he can provide for my children, that he can give me a safe space to be. But if he's not doing those things, not saying that he's not a man, he's a male, but he still has to come into his fruition. But that's just not the guy for me. I'll still respect him, but I'm not going to lay with him. I'm not going to open up my legs and give this man children and then, you know, be in some off the wall way, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to blame him, but it was actually my fault. But I think a man is a man that has duty, he has a sense of purpose, and he's on that purpose, and I just respect him no matter what.
All right.
I'll read the super chats for you if you give me 30 seconds. All right, because I got to debunk this. All right, so conditional.
I like how you did that.
I'll read them for you. Yeah, I'll give you something. You give me some. All right. Conditional submission is shot. All right, women have to submit to survive, and let me tell you why. The middle class is about to be eradicated, ladies, and that is going to affect you the most. Y'all don't do any substantive jobs in society. Y'all don't build anything. Y'all don't protect anything. Those desk jobs y'all working are about to be gone. They're about to be automated right out of society. Do you understand? So if you don't have a man taking care of you, if you're not a part of a community in which everyone helps each other, you're going to suffer. That is a scientific fact at this point. It's not Trigger Mike's point. All right. Submit to survive. Watch what we're saying. It's going to start in about 10 years, and you better buckle up.